Yeah. Regarding anti-airing, and again, I think you're quite correct. I've had a better jury player, a super diamond jury player actually tell me that the best way to get a goal is to be able to anti-air.
Okay, good. All right, cool. Yes.
But let me ask you, which do you feel is the better option? Do you feel is using an anti-air normal or using a DP? Because obviously an anti-air normal is easier to pull off, but I feel like a DP is a better deterrent psychologically.
Yes. Yes. So it depends.
Okay.
This is where it becomes. I mean, I don't know if you have like a webcam where I could be able to like see your hands. I think you have. I think you have pretty good execution.
Nice.
So, but
yeah.
But with that said, I think Juri's DP is weak on purpose, so that you're forced to use an EX, so that you're forced to use one bar on EX, or you're stuck using a normal.
Yeah, her medium DP has the most invincibility on it, but that said, it's still it's reasonably solid, but it's not the greatest thing in the world.
Right, and the other thing is that the situation that happens after the anti-air hits is also a consideration. For example, if you hit somebody with, what do you think your best anti-air is, like crouching heavy punch?
Stand heavy.
Standing heavy. Okay.
Yep.
So if you hit somebody with stand heavy, that resets them to neutral, and then they might jump again. But if you hit them with the DP, they're knocked down, and then you can definitely backdash and then do a store, or you can dash forward and maybe you can hit a button, maybe you can't. But either way, it's not just about what does more damage and what is easiest or most consistent to execute.
Yeah.
But also the situation that you put yourself in afterwards. Okay. The other thing is that you may not even have time to do medium kick DP.
Yeah.
Depending on like where they jump.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, medium punch. And they might be coming in at a weird angle too.
Yeah.
So essentially, there is no, just like with pretty much everything in Street Fighter.
Yeah.
There is no one right answer. But what I'm trying to do is kind of share my train of thought when it comes to like comparing the pros and cons, because each situation is going to be different.
Yeah. There's also a third option. I should point out that if you've got a light fireball sword, you can use the stand heavy, cancel into light fireball, and they'll land just in front of the fireball and force to block it.
Perfect. See, when I think about the way that I would play Juri, because maybe I should learn how to play her, man. I just to a basic level, like that's why I to be honest, I don't know a whole lot about Juri, but I've gotten bodied by her enough that I played her just a little bit to learn the basics. But when I think about the way that I think Juri is supposed to be most optimally played, it's in being super annoying and like getting hit by an anti-air DP to me is not annoying, because I just think, oh, okay, well, I messed up. When I get hit by EXDP as a wake up or as a get off me move, that's annoying. But if I jump in and get hit by a normal and then get forced to block the fireball, and then I have to mentally deal with your stores again. Yeah. Now I'm like, oh god. So it like it causes the opponent to have to use mental resources. The better and more effectively you can use the stores safely.
Okay.
Alright, so let's see what happens. I'm pretty sure this.
And I will agree. Like, one of the most satisfying parts of playing Juri is just being really annoying and taking away people's ability to fireball and things like that.
Exactly. Okay, so you hit this and then activate. Couldn't you have supered?
I could have supered. Yes, off the crouching medium punch, I could have done medium kick medium punch into the medium wheel kick, which is the Rodan Satsu. And done super off of that.
And would that certainly would have done more damage than?
Yes, you're quite right. As I said, the thing about me and the way that I play is I'm really bad at adapting on the fly. I have to practice. I have to get something into muscle memory, and that's just a combo that I have not yet put into muscle memory.
Okay, cool. So we are going to make a note, and then I'll share it with you afterwards.
Okay.
We're gonna make a note for you, and that's gonna be one of the things. Okay. Muscle memory homework. Okay, so it was what was the combo you said?
So do you want the full combo or just that part of it?
Oh, probably just that part.
All right, so just crouching medium punch into medium kick, either call it wheel kick, which is what I call it, or Rodan Satsu, whichever you prefer. And that cancels into super.
Okay, but what would have been the full combo?
The full combo would have been, crouching medium kick, heavy kick fireball, V-trigger cancel, then standing heavy punch, medium kick fireball, crouching medium punch, medium kick Rodan Satsu, and then super.
Crouching medium kick, heavy fireball, V-trigger, standing heavy punch, medium kick fireball, crouching medium punch, medium kick wheel kick, super. And that would have killed me, correct?
No, with the damage scaling.
But it would have been like pretty close.
It would have been pretty close. I suspect with the damage scaling, you would have been left with about the same amount of health that I have in that scene there.
Got it.
Maybe a little bit less, but I sincerely doubt it would have killed you.
Okay, but you still haven't practiced that to the level of being able to do it in a clutch moment.
Correct, yeah. My only real setup for super at the moment is off a cross-up jump in, which is obviously not a great idea.
Okay.
Or a crush counter punch, I should also say that as well.
Okay, so that's one of the things that we got to work on too.
Yeah.
More ways to hit super.
Yeah.
And building that into muscle memory. Okay, this is probably something I should have asked earlier, but how much time do you spend, how much time do you have, to play? You know?
As a lonely ass single man, I have all the time in the world, but I'm not working.
Okay, good. So, all right, good. So yes. Essentially, every, you have at least an hour a day, five days a week.
Yeah, I mean, yes. I'll typically play every couple of days I'll play this game for a couple of hours usually, and on the weekends, because of my YouTube thing, I'll usually stream it for about 4 or 5 hours. So I do play a reasonable amount.
It sounds like you're almost spending enough time on this for it to be like a part-time job.
Potentially, yes.
Okay, so in the time that you spend,
yes.
When you have during the week, right?
Yeah.
When you're streaming, that's different. But when you are spending the time in the middle of the week,
yeah.
How do you allocate that time? Are you playing mostly ranked? Are you doing training mode? Do you do battle lounge? What do you do?
I'll do mostly unranked, because I feel like in ranked I get into a mindset of got to get them points, which is detrimental to trying out new things. Because I'll tend to rely on old tricks instead, which is what I don't want to do, because those are the tricks that got me to where I am, not to where I need to go. So I'll generally do unranked, and I'll just do training mode in between while I'm waiting for matches usually, and just try to practice either hitting combos or just trying out some new things I might have seen online.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Typical. Yes. This is the God. Oh, this is this is the gold mentality.
Okay. Yep. Okay. Let's go here. Yeah.
All right. So I believe that lots of times people ask me what separates bronze from silver, gold to platinum, and I never really had. I don't think I had a good reply or didn't have a good answer for what separated gold to platinum.
Yeah.
But now I realize that it's the way that you guys practice.
Okay.
So, in my opinion, and this is something I think this is a Street Fighter V thing exclusively.
Okay.
But I actually think that playing the game is the least effective way to get better.
Okay.
Because in the old days, I don't know if you ever played Street Fighter 4 in the arcade, but okay, well, like in the old days, we could just go to the arcade and just play, and that 2 hours, if we were on a machine where we were winning, like that would actually be like pretty good practice.
Okay.
But the problem with trying to do that with Street Fighter 5 is that you simply just don't get enough matches in that time to make it good practice. The other thing is that when you're so concerned with getting the points and not concerned with like learning, with having like beginner's mind and trying to, you know, work on one specific thing, then it gets too you get too focused on the points.
Yeah, exactly.
So instead, if you switch it, and then this is something that I can help you do, which is essentially to change the way that you practice to work on kind of like one specific thing at a time by yourself in training mode. Then once you have, number one, figured it out on paper, number two, built the muscle memory, and then number three, simulated a real situation, simulated that situation for real, then go online. And then only when you're going online, and if you're too, you know, if you've got point scarcity mentality, then it's okay to just play, you know, casual matches. Because really, all you're trying to do is work on, at least during the week, all you're trying to do is work on one thing at a time. Because if you can take that 2 hours, but be more effective and more targeted with your training, you're going to see smoother and steadier progress without as much frustration. And I think that's the key, right? Like, is to not be frustrated and upset when things don't work out, because you're only focused on the learning. You're only focused on like trying to improve one little part of your game, and essentially when you're playing those matches, all you're looking for is that one thing. So hey, whatever, that situation doesn't come up, you lose, whatever. Or that situation came up and you saw it, but you messed up the execution, but you saw it. You're just like, okay, well, I lost, but I saw that situation, I was so close. And then finally you're in that situation and then you hit it, and then you're like, yes, I did it, mission accomplished. Even if you lost, you still feel good. And that's the mentality that I kind of want to like. That's the mentality that it's hard. It's easy to just get mad about the points, but I think that mentality is a little bit more consistent and doable over the long run.
I think I understand what you're saying. I think I've tried to practice that in the past, but perhaps not on the kind of level that you're talking about.
So this is why generally, and this is why when I'm really trying to train and improve, even though it's hard, you gotta watch your replays. Like, how much of those 2 hours that you're spending during the week, how much time are you spending watching replays?
Very little of it. Occasionally I will. Occasionally I'll fire up a replay, and even more occasionally I'll fire up one where I lost. Right.
Because this is there's several factors at play. And tell me if this sounds familiar. But part of the issue with watching the replays is that if you try to watch immediately afterwards, you're still fucking mad that you lost.
Oh, absolutely, yes.
Number two, it takes so long to get from losing that match, being on that screen, going back to main menu, going to going to your profile, finding the replay, waiting for this shit to load, adding it to the replay list, backing out, going to CFN, going to the replay, and then watch it.
I have often lamented how it was possible for Capcom to fuck up their menus between Street Fighter 4 and Street Fighter 5.
Especially as a designer, right?
Yeah. I don't know how they managed to make it that bad, but they did.
Okay, so as somebody who is streaming and trying to create content and stuff, and as somebody who is a grown-ass man who's a working professional who's clearly got a lot of talent.
Thank you.
How much are you playing on PS? You're playing on PC, right?
I have both PC and PS4.